Peace.
Peace, man. Islam.
Assalamu alaikum. Islam. All that.
I feel clear, bro.
I feel
You feel it? Like, do
really,
you feel it, bro?
that was the first thing I noticed is how clear it feels right now. What we had to do to clear this energy beforehand was absolutely necessary.
You can see it.
Yeah. It feels like there's life in here. It doesn't feel like we're being haunted. Man, I feel it's light.
It's like, no.
It's completely different energy, bro.
Islam.
It's not damp. It's clear. And that attack was real. It was to the point where I was looking at that attack and it was spooky. Like I was looking at like over there, like, oh, I ain't going over there.
Nah, fact.
It's spooky over there. I'm good.
100%.
Yeah, so seeing that allowed me to, and having you confront and be like, yo, you got to deal with that. You can't just leave that there. You got to deal with it. Like problems. You got to go confront it.
I mean, like, it's been Allah has been definitely guiding, orchestrating, and putting these things in place for me to be able to be like, oh, yeah, like, I just start, like, facts. We got to just deal with it.
Got to deal with it. Confronting the spiritual warfare that we're in. And on that note, I'm going to open up a prayer. Start us off on the right foot. Position of prayer. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, all praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, and Master of the Day of Judgment. Thee alone do we serve. Thee alone do we beseech for divine aid. Guide us on the right path, the path upon whom Thou hast bestowed favors, not upon whom Thy wrath has been brought down, nor upon those who go astray. Amen.
Islam.
We're both skating around the issue. I'm debating whether we should talk about it or call attention to it or just move on. And I think for the same reason is like when you're dealing with these topics of we'll call the other side is you don't want to give more life to it than it warrants.
Yeah, I mean, but I think we got to shine a light on it to whatever capacity because it's real, and we're not the only ones who dealing with it. And that's ultimately what Allah brought to me today. That this is something that my family is dealing with overall. Some that my friends are dealing with. Something that many of us are probably dealing with and not realize we're dealing with.
My family has been, this is like on the side of the family I come from, my mother's side, we all deal with this type of energy. And it manifests physically as mental health issues.
I was about to say the same thing.
It's
my family.
Mental health, but mental health issues are spiritual conflicts manifesting in physical reality.
100%.
And that's not something that, any psychiatrist or any psych med is going to confront or address. So the fact that I've dealt with it, that you're dealing with it, is like we're Allah showing us we're on a certain level of existence where we have to confront these issues. So what happened is I guess I'll talk about it, right?
I mean,
might as well. I mean, so about a month ago, there was watermelons in my vehicle, and I came home during midday and noticed that there was a watermelon in my driveway. And I didn't think much of it. I thought maybe I left the trunk. I didn't think of it at all. I was just like, okay, cool. There's a watermelon in my driveway, even though I knew it wasn't me. So I couldn't even been like, someone tried to get it. I didn't think about it at all. I just, whatever.
You just suppressed it.
I suppressed it, and I gave the watermelon to my neighbor Elaine to make some juice for us, which I tell you, I drank that juice too. It was good, delicious. So gave that half the watermelon to Elaine, Miss Boyd. Then the following day, I found the other half of the watermelon inside of the garage, next to a piece of cardboard, next to a pair of shoes that were not mine, that are not mine, and were not mine. Once again, I didn't think much of it, but even though clearly this was someone doing this.
Yes, this was placed there.
It's placed there.
All three of them.
Someone placed the shoes there. Someone placed the watermelon in the driveway and in the garage. But once again, I didn't do anything about it. I was like, whatever. Watermelon here. I'll pick up this piece. That piece I may have threw away because it was the next day. I didn't give it to Elaine to make juice. So the following day, I am driving my car to my nutritionist, my doctor, and I park and open up the trunk for something, and where I had watermelons in. And I noticed in the trunk where someone took a watermelon, there was a bloody T-shirt. a cream-colored bloody T-shirt. And at that point, that's when the spidey sense went off and was like, okay, something's now going on here.
It was in your trunk, bro?
It was in my trunk, bro. It was on top of the watermelons.
So there was blood on the watermelons.
Blood on the shirt.
But I'm saying, you said it was on top of the watermelons.
Yeah, it was on top of the watermelons.
So there might have been blood on top of the watermelons.
There might have been blood on top of the watermelons. Now, to be fair, I didn't look because I just took the shirt and I was just like, all right, I left the shirt in the parking lot. And that's when I was like, all right, I got to somewhat do something about this. Talk to Imani. But that was pretty much it. Whatever. Then I go back home to go look at the shoes. And that's when I noticed that there appeared to be blood on the shoes as well, which just so happens to be where they were placed right below in the garage, right below where we're sitting right now, quite literally right below where we're sitting in the garage. But I didn't actually. I take that back. It's a little bit over there.
Yeah,
so, yeah, it's like a little bit over there. It's not right.
But still,
under us.
Yes,
under us. But I left the shoes. It's about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I didn't touch the shoes. I was like, I ain't touching those shoes. So I left them there, and they've been there ever since tonight. When I told you what has happened, and soon as I told you what happened, you told me immediately, we got to burn them shoes. After you went to go see the shoes, first of all, I showed you the shoes, and then you pointed out to me that there was blood on the shoes, and I had noticed it, but I suppressed it. I didn't actually confront it. I'd be like, that's probably blood, but I'm not going to think about it because I don't want to go anywhere near those shoes. I never touched the shoes. Never touched the shoes. And then once I showed you the shoes tonight and you saw the blood, you were like, all right, bro, this is witchcraft. We got to do something about this. Then we did. So we burned those shoes before we started this podcast. And now everything feels fantastic. And the Lord said, amen.
Amen, bro. It's real, bro.
This is real. This is real. And it's...
You know, like, it was brought to the spiritual witchcraft was brought to my attention from my sister.
Yeah.
Who said that there's a possibility that somebody's doing witchcraft against us as a family.
Your sister said that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that she needs to, like, what do I think about it? And that, is it okay for her, like, to tap into, like, learning more about it and seeing how, if this is something that affects us, that should she look into it more? And because I've been talking to my sister about the more science, and she been saying she wants to, learn about the more science.
Yeah.
And she wants to get more structure because she hasn't been, rooted in anything.
I feel you.
She's just been, tapping into different spiritual things, but hasn't been really rooted in anything. And, I'm not the most perfect moral on the planet, but I'm still rooted in that. I still listen. I read my Quran.
Yeah.
I'm still rooted in this is my discipline, and I'm working in my walk.
Yeah.
But she brought up, that my cousin had told her, like, hey, it's real. Like, somebody was doing that at my cousin, and that we need to be really mindful of, like, because me and you talk about it, bro.
Yeah, we talk about it.
But not really being mindful of, like...
Mindful and tactical and preventative.
Yeah.
Taking the precautions to actually deal with that.
And really looking at it. Like, really, like, assessing, like, is there witchcraft? Like, but, like, really confronting it.
Bro.
That there is forces at play who are trying to do metaphysical acts,
actively trying to rid us from this physical reality. Mm-hmm. To be clear, they want us dead, and the only reason we're not dead is because of Allah.
Islam.
Period. Like, he's the one staying connected to him. It's like he allows you the luxury of not having to deal with this shit, not having to look at it. You know what I'm saying?
He gives you the grace.
He gives you the grace,
but eventually he's like, hey. Nigga, them bloody shoes are still there, nigga.
Yeah, they're still there, and you can't just leave them there for your son to go find them and ask you, Dad, why are there shoes in the garage? Whose shoes are these? Right. And now that I think about it, it's kind of eerie, like how my son said it. He's kind of like, Dad, why is there shoes down there? Whose shoes down there? I'm like, whatever. They ain't mine.
I'm sure he, you know, he felt
something.
he felt it.
Yeah.
And even like when you said it, I was like, it just felt eerie, bro.
It's eerie, bro.
But I've been in an eerie energy.
Yeah.
Talking to my sister today.
Yeah.
And then I've been watching, like I was telling you, I'm watching this show called Changeling, which is an eerie show. But it's been helping. It's like these different things help to confront the eeriness.
Yeah.
And look at witchcraft for what it is.
It's a thing.
And seeing the progression of witchcraft.
Yeah.
And I think that's really one thing I really got from the show, that a lot of people don't have clear boundaries of, like, because a part of it is like you're not rooted in anything.
Yeah, that's real.
Right?
Yeah.
And you don't have any clear, hey, this is a line I shouldn't cross. This is a line I'm not going to, this long I'm not going to cross.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid, like, I'm not afraid of metaphysics. Yeah. I'm not afraid of spirituality. I'm not afraid of different alternate forms of spirituality. I'm not afraid of none of that stuff. But I also know, like, there's certain things I don't do anymore.
Yeah, I think.
Like
what specifically do you
like I don't really do too many.
Latin?
Nah, I don't really do too many like full moon rituals or new moon rituals.
I feel you.
Right, I might still tap in. I might still, you know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
But there was a time where I would really connect and really do like a full ritual with the full moon.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Not anymore.
I understand.
But I'm still tapped in with the full moon.
Yeah,
it's just more so like my boundaries.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? And just things like that. Like, I still tap in with my gemstones and everything, but it's still boundaries of like how much I tap in with them and how much I put my energy into gemstones.
Because they're, once you go to full moon, nature, paganism, gemstones, it's like it's a very slippery slope to it's a cult to the occult.
But like we were talking about earlier, for me also that goes back to like my eating habits and I'm also not the superest vegan no more.
No, it's true.
Because it's a slippery slope with that as well.
Yeah.
I've seen the slippery slope I've watched veganisms turn into a cult.
Veganism and it turns into zealotry.
Exactly.
It's like any religion. You have your people who use it to better their life, and then you have the zealots who use it to bang on other people, bro. Mm-hmm. That's any organized body with some sort of congealed belief system.
Mm-hmm. And the same with the Kemetic science.
Facts, bro.
It can become zealot, and the same with the zodiac.
Yeah.
To me, like, it's more practical use. How does it apply to my life?
Exactly.
How can I utilize information, knowledge to make me a better person?
That's right.
As opposed to, like my brother told me, and that's something that's really stuck with me. My brother said I used to be pretentious.
Yeah.
And he didn't tell me that at the time, but he told me that this year that I used to be pretentious
You're obnoxious, bro.
Yeah, and it really sat with me. Because at first it was like, nigga, no, I wasn't, nigga. Yeah, how dare you, nigga? Yeah. But then it was like, well, nigga, yes, you were, bro.
Yeah. And it was pretend. It was just like, I'm better than you. I eat better than you.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
But he also said it helped him to be like, hey, just because somebody shining their light brighter doesn't dim your light. So it's a two-way thing. Of I helped him become more confident and more boisterous and speak up for himself more, because I would just speak up for myself.
I feel you.
And he'd be like, yo, you have your knowledge and you're not afraid to say, look at my knowledge. But it could be pretentious, but at the same time, it doesn't mean that I wasn't trying to put nobody else down. I always wanted to use my knowledge and information to better everybody else around me, because I cared. So even with the being vegan or whatever, I cared. I want my family to be healthy. So sometimes I would get at them a little bit, but it's because I actually I love y'all. So, it was like a give and take thing. And I'm still very much communicating. We got to be healthier, even to myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
no, absolutely. And in regard to go back to this dealing with the occult and the attacks, one of the reasons why it was so easy for me not to go there and just like not look at the shoes and look at what was happening in my life, because the last time I really had to confront this type of energy, I ended up in the hospital.
I feel you.
You feel me?
I feel you.
So
it's very triggering.
yeah,
Like nah, like I'm not
going there
Yeah, I
again.
feel you.
Nah,
I feel
hell
you.
no. I ain't going there again.
100%,
Bro.
bro.
Last time I was doing that, I was chasing wizards around the house, bro. I ain't going there again.
I feel you.
know? And then when I was going through that stuff, because my mom's no stranger to this energy, she deals, but her approach is like, no, we don't talk to them devils, bro. We ain't talking. We ain't give Satan no mind. You feel me? And it's a good approach. But I think what's happening is we made the conscious decision to engage in spiritual warfare. You can't go on the battlefield and not fight and not do the things required to advance.
I mean, they say we don't wrestle with flesh and blood. We wrestle with principalities, bro. And we're actively
in spiritual wickedness and high places.
Legislation. Let's be clear.
Yeah,
legislation is principalities.
Facts. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Advocacy is principalities.
That's right, bro.
Fundraising, campaigning. These are intangible, metaphysical ideas that we are pulling into reality.
Into physical reality.
Yes.
That have ramifications spiritually.
Yes, 100%.
So the principalities are spiritually, and this physical reality is a reflection of the spiritual world, and those actual spiritual principalities of darkness, like the Roman Empire, etc. Those things. So we live in the reflection of that, but the spiritual world, which you can access in the dream world, is just that. So when we engage in the material world, and such as campaigns like the one we're currently in now, Feed Your Hood, and when
Feed
your hood, bro, feed your hood, and when we engage in legislation and institutional change that changes the physical material condition of men, that then has ramifications of allowing them to tap into their spiritual power and come into that power. It's gonna have a heavy effect on the other side.
Simultaneously.
At the same time.
Both at the same time.
At the same time.
We are actively trying to deconstruct a food desert.
Absolutely.
And creating an oasis.
That's correct.
Within the food desert.
Just turning it completely on its head. It's turning food deserts into agricultural oases, bro. Agricultural oases. And it can be done. It's going to be done, and we're going to make, because all that is required to do this is land and autonomy.
Islam.
That is it. The land can grow anything. Compton is a agricultural zone. Definitely. Has a beautiful soil. This is California, the Mediterranean climate. We can turn this whole Southland into an agricultural oasis, and we can turn our spaces first. All that is required is changing mindsets and channeling resources. That's it.
And that's my goal with this TED Talk that I'm doing.
I understand.
To just drop this seed. And
when is it?
October 7th.
Okay, it's coming up in less than a month.
I just want to change some mindsets. Introduce urban agroecology.
That's right.
Introduce what it is that we're doing. This idea, this principality of what it is that we're doing to the nation.
Exactly. And with that, there's going to be people that are like, oh, that's of all colors. They're like, oh, that's really cool. And there's going to be Satan's like, no, you're not. I'm going to kill you.
And
I'm going to do everything in my power to stop you. And we're at that point where they're throwing everything in their path.
100%.
And I feel it.
100%.
And I feel it. And I told you, I'm not sure if you remember this, but I told you about the dream where like I was literally at my house and there was a sniper watching me. Just the laser was on me at all times. That was a dream. This is like we are watching you, and if you step outside of anywhere, step outside of your post, you're gonna get killed,
man.
And that's what I feel right now. And so that's what faith is for. So I don't have to worry about that. But I'm also mindful of who I have around me, because I may have my shit together, but my circle may not. And so when my circle has chinks in its armor, I'm exposed. So all of us in this circle have to be mindful of what we're up against. So because when you make a mistake, you're opening up me for attack. And then And that's not okay because I got children. I got things I got to do. I got a kingdom to build, bro.
I understand 100%.
I can't afford for you to make mistakes because of this. I can't afford for you to make mistakes because the stakes are so fucking high right now.
The stakes are high.
The stakes are life and death right now, which I enjoy because I like the thrill. I like the fight. Like we signed up for this. We signed up for Satan. We signed up for prophecy. So this is what comes with it. And he doesn't ever attack you head on. Like, hey, I'm the boogeyman. I'm Satan. I'm going to get you. He attacks you like what we see. Now, all of a sudden, there's bloody shoes and bloody shirts in my car. I have no idea how they got there. And all of a sudden, after this happened, I felt sloggy, cloudy, and weak, similar how I felt after I got out of the hospital. So I'm like, oh, okay, I'm being attacked. And the attack was so severe that I didn't want to do anything about it because what these attacks do is affect how you feel about shit. That's how deep it is. So all of a sudden, you feel like doing the stuff that you don't need to do and shouldn't be doing, and you don't want to do the stuff that you should be doing, like burning bloody shoes that someone left in your fucking garage.
Set like you said, that's set, man.
Crept on.
That's set is I'm going to do the things I know I shouldn't do because I want to do them. And I'm not going to do the things I know I need to do because I don't want to do them.
Yep, because I don't want to do them. But I need to do them.
Yeah, and that's and I think like you said, the part of the witchcraft is to slowly fight that Haru. Slowly fight that willpower that says I need to overcome this shit.
That's right.
And as opposed to just succumbing to this shit.
That's right.
And that's what witchcraft does.
That's what it does. It attacks your Haru, your willpower, to where you don't want to do any of the things that you have to do to go to the next level.
And people ultimately, how it gets them is most people succumb to witchcraft themselves. Mm-hmm. Like you were saying, as opposed to trusting Allah.
Yeah.
And like having some type of structure, some type of rooting and grounding in the will of Allah and the path of Allah.
Yeah.
They want to tap into trying to bend and manipulate nature.
Physical reality.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's clear. That's all it is.
And which you can do. That's also part of Haru, but there's also Haru is the son of Asyr.
Fact.
Which we're striving to, we have the power to bend certain rules, but it's because we're striving to become kings and striving to become like God.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. As opposed to, I don't want to deal with the weight of trusting and trying to become like God.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just try to bend these rules to cut the corners.
Just cut the corners to take shortcuts.
Yeah.
And what I have learned just through listening and paying attention is, and just watching the effects of these attacks on me and the consequences for the sender, is all that has a cost.
100%.
You got to pay for that. And what happens is the people who do this end up, it's never worth the cost.
Like I said, you succumb to witchcraft.
Yeah, you become, and then all of a sudden now you're crazy. Now you're crazy. Now all the things that you put in play to get, you're too crazy to actually handle and confront.
Now you become most, if not sometimes you become removed from society.
Exactly. So it's like you did all this witchcraft to get this boy. But now the boy, because now he wants you, but you're too crazy to even look him in the eye, and you can't even take it because the cost of that level of engagement, the cost of partaking in that craft, costs you your own sanity, and that's the cost of it. And I've seen just with people doing it on me and me being very blatant with it back when I was going through my thing, and I'm like, and Allah told me, he's like, bro, just take it. It's just like a physical attack. It's like you're gonna get over it. Mm-hmm. And then you see it come way back around and hit them twice as hard. Mm-hmm. Because what goes around comes back around with momentum this time. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So you're gonna catch that smoke. So your best bet is Allah. You know what I'm saying? That's all it comes down to. It's like, okay, well, you have options. You can bend. You could do the rules, but what goes around comes about with momentum, and so. What at the end of the day, the mathematics, it's never going to line up in your favor. Allah is always the most beneficial at all times. Mm-hmm. That's what faith is. Just knowing that I could take shortcuts. I can partake in these bending of material reality, witchcraft, or I could just trust Allah and put my faith in Allah. And then listen to his signals and do what needs to get done to confront the attacks. But ultimately trust Allah and don't try to take it your way. And that's what he's telling me.
And do his miracles on his behalf.
Facts. And be a conduit for his miracles. And also not allow your ego to drag you to your own solution and utilize your faith for him to give you the solution through his blessing and through his own vehicle. That's what it is. It's like you think you can do it your way quicker, but Allah's like, that's not the plan, bro. But you got it.
Yeah, it made me think about the story of Moses. When I was listening to Jordan Peterson, he had like this whole Bible conversation talk.
Yeah.
So I was like listening. Right? It was like him and it was like a round table of people talking about the Exodus, and what I really got from it was like, even how we feel about Tom Mary Egypt, Kim, et cetera, et cetera. That story was about Pharaoh, who is the personification of God, and he has the biggest ego.
Yeah,
his will be done. I'm God. I'm king. Versus Moses, who is simply saying, I'm going to do what God has called me to do. And this is God's going to show you, Moses. God's going to harden you. God's going to show you, Pharaoh. Like, let God's will be done. And that battle isn't Moses versus Pharaoh. That battle is Pharaoh's ego versus God's will.
Facts. That's real.
Right? And that's a constant thing, because even when we get in these positions of leadership and power, where we do have these inflated egos, we can think that I can overcome God's will. Yeah. I can beat God's will.
Yeah.
And ultimately, what like the story where God was like, all right, I got you. Matter of fact, I'm gonna harden your heart. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna make it. I'm willing to go, nigga. We gonna go 10 rounds, nigga. Like, oh, where you in the battle? As opposed to just letting my people go and going about your day, and you still have Egypt, nigga. You feel me?
For real.
You still gonna be the king of Egypt, and you gonna let these slaves go. Boom, easy call. Nah, you want arc, nigga. Well, guess what? I'll make it harder and harder and harder and harder and harder. So by the time that you finally let my people go, you gonna lose everything.
Everything,
nigga.
Bro.
You gonna lose your son. You gonna fuck up Egypt. You gonna fuck up your economy.
Facts.
You gonna fuck this whole thing up.
Facts, bro. Absolutely.
Just because you didn't want to do the shit that I told you that you should have did, because it didn't come the way you felt like it should have come, or because it didn't look like the way it should look, or because this nigga that you think shouldn't be telling you this shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, that's real. Like, even in these levels, we can't, like, it gotta be, that's the witchcraft. You feel me? Like,
I feel you.
It'll make you feel like, oh, nigga, like, I don't have to depend and rely and trust and lean on Allah.
Yeah.
I can get this shit going and get this shit moving, and Allah gonna just he gonna support. No, nigga, like, Allah not gonna support you. You gotta ego. Be counting. Yeah,
he's not gonna support your ego.
He's not
doing some fuck shit.
He's not. He can facilitate his works that will definitely have moments of an ego boost, but that ego has to be rooted in Allah.
Facts. Not
rooted in your own works, because them come and them go.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Allah will, the nigga will, all right, you got it, bro. Let's go.
You got it, bro.
I can do this all day.
And he can.
All right.
And he can. And he will.
I can. All right, nigga. I'll fuck around.
All right, bro. You want it like this?
Turn the not red, nigga, blood. Now what? Nigga, all right, cool. Like, fly, nigga, like, we could do this. Or you could just
let him go.
Submit and make this pivot and sacrifice.
Facts, bro.
You feel me?
But I'm glad you brought that up, because that's a position that America's in. Let's get the memo. It's like, leave us alone, give us some land. But you want to do it. Okay, you want to do it your way. You want to vaccinate the planet. You want to do all this bullshit to maintain control. The thing about Satan is he know who Allah is.
He know who Allah is.
He know who Allah is. Very clear. He knows who Allah is, bro. But you are so arrogant to the point where you know his power and know what he's done, and still gonna do everything in your power to try to win, bro.
Man.
Try to win. You're really gonna try to vaccinate the planet to have us all in this matrix-like existence that sucks for you too. You know what I'm saying? It's not even a pleasant existence. So you're gonna make everything sucky for everybody, and then lose again, and still lose, bro. You're still gonna lose.
You're still gonna lose.
You're still going to lose. And the only thing you're doing is amplifying your destruction. And you're still going to do it. And I had this dream that I was in the same room as Bill Gates and like Bezos and like Satan. Them. Like they know what it is. But they're never gonna come out and say it. And they're never gonna give us they're not gonna give us what Allah is demanding of them to give the chosen people. And they were like, we was in the same room when they was having that talk, and I was there. And the whole time that they was on was like, they didn't want to look at me because they know who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And me being in the same room is just like, it ruined their party because like, no matter how much wealth you get in your world, no matter how powerful you think you are, you're still a devil and you'll never be God. And I'm with Allah. So what does that say about me relative to you? You ain't shit. And you think I'm a nigga. But this nigga is with Allah, bro. And that's our entire people. So seeing that and actually like being able to see it physically on their face and their psychology of how they operate from resentment and spite and ultimately envy. Because no matter how rich you are, you're going to be a devil, bro. Period. And you'll never be God. You'll never be the creator. You'll never harness that power. So, but knowing that and then operating with that truth is, it's that's what backs my faith. It's just knowing who we're backed by. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Yeah, at all times.
At all times.
At all times.
It's the Green Lantern to me, man.
And
like I know what my real power. I know where my power is. I know who's really got the power.
Yeah.
I know what empowers me to do these things.
Yeah.
And I know that these things I'm only doing are only a fraction of what is to come.
Yeah.
And it's only a fraction of what we can collectively do because I know where our power comes from.
That's right. Yeah. And I'm realizing that as long as we operate in full faith and speak the truth, there's nothing to fear. You know, it may shake the environment up a little bit, but at the end of the day, the truth is the truth. And the truth is a rock. And any falsehood that will get hurled at us, as long as we stand in the truth, it's gonna be crumpled like broken marble on diamond head. You know what I mean? And you have to know and operate like that and speak upon truth and not your ego, but just upon Allah, and you'll be good. And where we are is like we're so ahead in the battlefield that we started off on level 10, bro. 2 years ago, we started off on level 10, and then now the world is like starting to see, oh, this is real. So we can't look back to the world and be like, oh, hey, no. It's like, no. What's the next step?
Yeah.
What's up?
In fact, man, I was really
what's
I was really having that thought, like,
yeah,
the things that are happening now are things that we put in place 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
So we have to continue
2 years ago.
Put more things in place for the future.
Exactly.
And catch up to those things.
That's right.
Like, we can't be like, all right, yeah, we accomplished these things. And like,
nah.
the day, like, I definitely going to let people always do my reminder of like,
and I
see the future.
Yeah.
But I also know I can't ease up on that.
No.
I have to keep seeing the future.
Absolutely.
I have to keep creating and keep being okay with the things that I'm doing right now.
Or else Satan
aren't going to make sense until 3 years from now.
Satan will catch up with you.
100%.
He will catch up with you. And so if you're not consistently progressing on the battlefield, your flank will get exposed and you will get caught up in Satan's trap. So we have to keep looking forward. The thing about what I like about, what I was coaching jiu-jitsu is you don't watch your work. You do something good to take somebody down, or a good piece of work on the canvas or the mat. You can't watch it because as soon as you watch it, take the time to admire what you just did, you're going to get got. So that's the temptation right now for us to be like, oh damn, look what we did. But like, no, we have to forward, tunnel vision.
Which I think
forward.
we have a clear campaign, which is hey, this is y'all. Yeah, the lines at Lamert Park are great.
Yeah.
All the support is great.
Yeah.
All of the advocacy is great. But this is the next. This is the next thing. Let's. This is what we want to pull down.
This is it.
This is where we're channeling this energy.
And this is the Feed Your Hood campaign.
Yes.
And this is the opportunity to really align and channel the energy of all that we've generated these past years into a full-fledged spearhead campaign for solving the problem of the urban ghetto food desert.
Yeah. And for me, after that, after we accomplish this next goal, I'm ready for the restaurant.
Mm-hmm. I feel you, bro.
And then after we accomplish that, who knows?
I'm ready for I'm ready for a fleet of electric distribution trucks, bro.
You feel me?
No, I feel it. And I'm starting to see it. Allah's starting to give me that path. And the more work we put in, the more we serve, he's like, okay, this is the next move. And y'all better listen, because you cannot, at this point, you can't play Armageddon and not play Armageddon, bro. It's like you got to keep going, or you're gonna get taken from material reality. And then once you get taken from materiality, you haven't built the kingdom spiritually, so you're gonna have to wait to get another body. This is not. We gotta get it done now.
I understand.
It's not as easy in dying going to heaven. We haven't built that spiritual. We haven't rebuilt that spiritual principality yet. No. So we're gonna die and go into this next level that he still runs, and just maybe hop back into the body that we haven't prepared properly because our children haven't been raised with our psychologies completely. So that is, once you start understanding that logic, you take advantage of the time that we're given, right? Because this time that we're given, we have to utilize to our extent to put things in place for future generations, which is us.
100%. Facts, bro.
So once you start realizing that future generations is you,
whenever we decide to come back down here and play the game,
yep, at another and better level, so where ideally
the highest level of nepotism.
Yes, for real. No, just you. You put putting you on in the next life, in the next life, to where you're the goal is to be building heaven. So when you jump back, it's like, okay, cool. Now we have everything taken care of physically. Now we can just focus on spiritual stuff, And that's kind of like my vision of God. It's like, yeah, like there's no overpopulation or food shortages. There's just misallocation of resources and lack of knowledge.
Man.
Right?
Facts.
Certainly clear.
So
that's it. That's it. Like the fact that their starvation is real is just showing that, yeah, there are people.
You have like a micro garden right here. And that's probably enough space to feed the whole apartment.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, that's just
from a little
plot of land. Yeah. And my neighbors already pick my herbs, and like I do feed, and I do it for fun. You know what I mean? I don't do it for survival. I do it because I enjoy it. But if everyone knew how to grow food, what? It's over.
I mean, that's why they remove us from it.
Exactly.
Because this would destabilize. It would flip the whole economy on its head. Because it's not only about growing the food, it's the whole concept of an economy. The whole concept of
a consumption-based economy.
Exactly.
Where niggas got to buy things
Equity,
all the time.
Stock market.
Absolutely. It would all crash if people became self-efficient and autonomous.
Especially if our people became self-efficient and autonomous.
It'd be the foundation and the battery of this matrix is us.
We would pull out and then redirect and then still be able to do business so we would not. It's like a battery. It's like our battery is in this car, and this car is going this way. We could take our battery out and put it in this car.
That's right.
And our car could still go the same way, because it's not only that once we do business together, that it's not only that we're going to be bringing our money together, but we will still be able to generate revenue on a global scale.
Yeah.
And we will still be able to have customers, on a global scale.
Yeah.
So we will still generate this, if not the same amount of revenue, that everybody else is generating.
Yeah.
You know, while still keeping that actually internal.
Yeah.
And have our own S&P 500.
Yeah.
Have our own Dow Jones.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? On top of have our own commodities.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So,
and I think that's what we're gunning for is just the directing of our energy into something that powers our own empire.
We are becoming a commodity.
Yeah. Go on with that.
The commodity is the foundation of the stock market.
I understand.
And it's something that the whole world is investing into.
Yeah.
Like the whole world is investing into the America's agriculture industry.
Yes.
Our corn, we sell corn to the whole world.
Yeah.
We sell meat to the whole world. We sell soybeans to the whole world. So we are becoming our own commodity of something that is going to be invested into heavily and then redistributed back heavily as well.
That's right.
And something that's a staple, something that you know year in and year out. Ain't never no like questions about corn, bro.
Yeah.
It's coming. Even if whatever ups and downs, corn is coming.
Yeah, I feel.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel.
People gonna eat meat.
Yeah.
People gonna eat soybeans.
I understand.
People gonna eat rice.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We are collectively turning into a staple and a commodity of like, oh, we know what it is. OGMFG. You know what it is with them. You feel me?
I feel.
It's a sure bet. It's a W. You already know.
Yeah, it's the foundation of civilization.
Yeah, ain't no fail. Ain't no fail. Ain't no like Apple gonna fail.
No.
You know
No. There's no like it's just when you cover the essentials, like you're a commodity. Like you're not going nowhere.
Yeah, like right. Ain't no like water gonna fail.
Nah.
There's never a day where people gonna stop investing in water.
Nah.
Oil, we'll see.
Yeah.
But like water,
food,
bread, wheat.
The essentials, bro.
Wheat, bro. Wheat is a staple commodity.
That's right.
It's gonna be around forever. It's not going nowhere.
Yeah.
And it's subsidized.
That's right.
People are gonna pay just cause.
Yeah.
So
and
we're in that type of time, bro.
Yeah, and we're on time. Yeah, we're making time, and everything that we're doing is to get us on our own time. You know, getting us off Roman time onto our own time. And
I think that's the when we talk about the principalities, you already know. For me, the zodiac, the Gregorian calendar is the highest level of witchcraft.
Oh yeah, no, it's
and
it's all, yeah.
We are actively fighting against the Gregorian calendar.
Yes,
because we are reclaiming our time.
Yeah,
and creating our own schedules.
Yes,
and creating our own flow.
That's right.
And creating our own special days.
Yep.
And saying this is what we do on Sundays.
That's right.
This is what we do on Saturdays.
Mm-hmm.
It's a high level. That's a principality. To me, is the highest principality.
It's time itself.
And it's of course why we catching a lot of smoke. Because we are fighting against the Gregorian calendar. Sunday mornings we do what we gotta do, but we also go in Lamar and feeding the people.
Sunday morning, bro.
Come on, Mo.
Woo! We do the highest level of work on Sunday. We're flipping the flow on its head, bro. We're doing the Lord's work on Sunday morning. That's power. I never thought about that. We're doing the Lord's work on Sunday morning when most of us are sleeping and being pacified at church.
And we're also bringing people out too.
In that part too.
Like we are giving people an excuse to get up and like I seen it, bro. I seen it. And
what'd you say?
Just a line of people.
Yeah.
To come and get fruit, bro.
All healthy foods.
A line of people.
To get life-giving foods. A line of people in a food desert.
And like happy, like nobody ain't no drama.
Nah,
everybody's like
excited.
People are pulling up to help support.
Yes.
People are pulling up to volunteer.
Mm-hmm.
People are pulling up to try to jump in and be a part of the economy.
That's right.
People are pulling up to just support. I've seen people get 5-6 watermelons,
bro. For real. It's real.
And then we're also talking about the farmer training program, those people. We're talking about the fundraising, those people. We're talking about just the overall bigger visions.
Yeah.
The advocacy work. People want to do business with us. People want to support us.
They want to support us. And now
it's real, bro.
It's real, and they're starting to see the big picture. And now we have a campaign to really tie it all together. And in addition to have a consistent routine of providing life-giving foods to our people. So it's at no point there's no what we're bringing to the table. There's no weakness. There's no you could look at what we're doing and say, oh, that's dumb.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can call
that's lame.
Yeah, you can't.
No, it's nothing lame. There's nothing lame about this.
No,
it's really fly, bro. It's really, and that's the thing. We doing it, and it look player.
It looks fly.
It look real player. It look fly too, bro.
It's fly.
Because it's like it's fly. It's fly too, bro. Let's be clear. It's fly.
It's fly. Too. It's fly, and we're able to take the industry of agriculture and make it fly. We're making eating healthy fly.
Because me, you, and Imani are 3 different people.
Very different people. All of us.
With different backgrounds and different skill sets and different mentalities.
That's right.
And different communication styles.
Different signs.
All that.
All of it very different.
All of it.
But the fact that we're able to get together in a joint effort to actually feed the hood. Period. Just focus on, we're not going to, no red tape. Just like, all right, food's here. We have a route. We're going to get the food from point A to point B and pull up. Pull up. Pull up so we can do it again. Pull up so we can do it again and again and again. Pull up so we can get a truck. Pull up so we can get a store. Pull up so we can get a network.
It's growing.
Yeah. And it's going to continue to grow. We're just seeing, like you said, we left the cancer flood season. Now we're just channeling the flood that we're seeing now to repeat the cycle. Yeah. And
this the new level. Like, this is Virgo season. This is the new school. This is the new level.
New level. New levels. New devils. And we started off talking about the devil, but now we're talking about, the level and what it has brought to us. And how we started off from talking about it to like, oh wow, damn! Now we got to deal with all this.
And a part of spring equinox is coming. Not spring equinox.
Winter.
Autumn equinox.
Oh, okay.
Is coming, and one of the main things to do is clean up your space, bro. So
yeah,
it's imperative.
Yeah.
I spent last Sunday cleaning. It was a Sunday, Saturday, one day, Saturday or Friday. Just cleaned up my space, man.
Yeah.
Threw a lot of stuff in the trash.
Good.
I did a deep sage. So yeah, it's needed, bro. It's needed to just take a thorough assessment of what is dead weight. And I think that's why I feel a lot lighter, because I think I got rid of some things that might have been witchcraft as well.
I feel you. Yeah.
Things that I saw were making my space dirty and messy.
Yeah.
That I never just confronted.
I feel you.
And some of that stuff that was lingering from last year.
I feel you, bro.
Lingering from me leaving where I was living and then going back to an old familiar space.
Yeah.
But still bringing some of the trauma and the triggers from that back to my older space, and then never really resolving some of those things. And I look up and it's September, and there's still certain things I haven't addressed that I brought back to me from January.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So today wasn't like it was like a nah, I'm with you, bro. Some of this shit that it's just sitting there.
Yeah.
And it's like, why is that shit just sitting there?
Why is it just sitting there, bro?
And it's been sitting there for a while.
Yeah.
I had some stuff that was just sitting there. I have some books and just things that were just sitting there for some months, man.
I feel you, bro.
That I had to just throw. I just threw away a lot of stuff.
Okay.
Put a lot of threw stuff in the trash.
I feel
bro.
that.
I feel my trash up.
I feel that.
Just stuff that's lingering.
I'm even looking at it. I'm like, oh, I feel it.
Because I'm always moving. I'm always here. I'm there. I'm doing this. I'm here. I'm there. I'm back at the house. I'm over here with her. I'm doing this over here. I'm traveling. And then it's like, nah, bro. Look at your actual space.
I feel you.
Your space isn't right because it's some witchcraft.
Yeah.
It's some things that's like, How did that get here?
How'd that get here?
No, for real. I'm with you, bro. Something like, I know how I got here, but I don't want to. I know what it is. I know how I got here, and I know it's pulling me down, but I don't want to. Deal with the pain of throwing that in the trash.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to deal with the pain of letting that go.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. Yeah, one of the things that when you first came into my space, you said something about bills around the house being spells, and that hit me.
No, facts.
That hit me, bro.
I got that from Brother Eli. I ain't gonna cap.
Yeah,
he put me on to that.
Yeah,
about like the post office is the most powerful entity in the country. Because they know how to drown you with words. They know how to drown you and destroy your vibration.
Yeah.
Because they'll just keep sending stuff. You just keep getting all these spells, all these words, these letters, these words, and words, and you got envelopes of words, and that just. I ain't gonna lie, I threw away a lot of like old just bills, just took them, just ripped them up because like I know I gotta pay that bill, but I don't need to just have it sitting here.
No, that's
I'll pay the bill. I'll take care of my finances.
Yeah.
But I don't need to just be having all this mail, stacked up mail, offers and bills and offers and this and bills tickets and this and this and that, and just stacked up that, and it fuck with your subconscious mind.
It does, because it's a mess. It's a mess that you're always aware of, and your subconscious mind is like, I got to do something about that, but not right now. So it just stacks up,
and I start becoming life. I got to do something about that, but not right now.
Yeah,
I got to deal with these issues, but not right now.
Yep.
Let me just go distract myself.
Yep. Stay distracted. Yep. And then we build a whole life living in that distraction, right? And not confronting the real issues. And all of a sudden we're dead. We got to come back and do it all again. And that's the trap. So we got to clean this shit up. Because how are we gonna really extend to the next level without cleaning up the prior one?
I cleaned out my truck too, man.
Good.
My truck was getting bad. I'm not gonna lie. My truck was getting really messy, bro.
Yeah.
And I was really like nah. It was like, nah, this is not okay.
Yeah.
I can't have a messy Range Rover.
Nah, you can't.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't, bro.
But it's like that daily practice of detoxing.
Absolutely.
It's difficult because I'm always working, bro. Yeah. I'm a chef and I'm a farmer and I always got 3 pair. I keep 3 pair of shoes in the trunk, plus my aprons, plus my knives, plus I got emergency clothes. But just like working consistently, cleaning my space.
Yeah.
Stop what I'm doing, clean the space.
Yeah. And a lot of times we make the excuse that, I'm working too much to clean. So, but you have to be present.
I understand.
And that's what I'm realizing.
It creates shame and guilt for me because it's like once again, I don't want to pull up with a messy Range Rover.
I feel you, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what this nigga on, bro? Like, what you on? Oh, but it's like, I'm just busy.
Yeah.
But it's like, nigga, you're not that busy, bro.
Clean your car.
Clean your car, bro.
You bought that with your own. Nah, man.
You feel me? You bought a Range Rover and it's dirty. You a goofy.
It's goofy.
It's goofy, bro. It's goofy. Clean your Range Rover.
It's goofy. we can't be pulling up to the country club and man.
No, I feel you. And
a Range Rover and a Mercedes that are dirty.
Come on, man.
Come on, bro.
I feel you.
I feel you. I feel me.
It's transparent, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of. It's funny because it's been easier to. I really was under some spiritual warfare, bro, some witchcraft, because it's been that they go hand in. I clean out my space and I clean out my tent I cleaned out my range the same day.
Mm-hmm.
So they both got clean. My space and my range got clean. So it's been easier to keep my range clean because my space has been clean.
I feel you, bro. Yeah. I understand. Huh. Because your space is your base.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's the priority. If that's not clean, you're not going to have the motivation to clean your car. Come on, man. That's not, you sleep here.
Mm-hmm.
This is you spend most of your waking hours here, especially during your sleep. And if you're not sleeping in a clean space, you're not going to wake up with the right spirit to be able to confront messes outside of your space.
You're not.
So one of the things that Tate says is pretty powerful. He's always about he don't mess with dirty niggas, bro.
Top G.
Yeah, top G. He don't. And he says, I can't trust a man who doesn't have a clean, orderly space. And I feel him with that, bro.
That's real. That's real, bro.
Really, because if you're operating a certain level, a certain vibration, and you have someone who's not clean or orderly, like, what does that say about
100%?
you?
It's facts, bro. Cleanliness is next to godliness.
It's real, man.
It's order. God is order and structure and clear.
Man. Yeah, now.
And messiness is Satan, because messiness is lethargic. It's confusion. It's chaos. It's confusion.
Man,
it's suppression.
Yep.
So I was like, no, let me just clean up the space, man.
Yep. Now,
and then let me keep the range. So I finally got like some wipes. I wipe down my range before I came, man. Keep everything wiped down, clean. I got a little duster. Keep the little center thing dusted. I got a little trash bag. You know what I'm saying? Make sure I could anything the excess, throw it in the trash. Throw that trash bag in the trash. And I've just been getting back at like, nah, bro.
Yeah, no, this is actually very motivating to me because my default coping mechanism for not confronting messes is I'll just go work. I'll go work out. I'll go run. I'll go train. Mm-hmm. But you gotta clean.
We gotta clean.
Clean. You gotta be.
Or we gotta hire a maid.
I do that too. No, but I can't. You can't just hire a maid. You gotta take some of that responsibility yourself. You know what I'm saying? 100%. And I've got that self in the trap. It's like I'm not going to clean because I have a maid.
I feel you.
So all of a sudden I have a dirt. Now just things are just dirty, and I'm like I don't clean it because I'm paying her. I'm gonna make this place as dirty as possible so I get my money's worth. But that's ratchet, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's ratchet.
That's nigga. That's
niggism. Straight up. So
niggism chapter 3.
Absolutely. So I've definitely been there. I am still there. So now that we're confronting the messes at this new level of school, we got to do what we got to do. Burn bloody shoes that someone left in your driveway or left in your garage.
Yes.
Did that.
Confront the witchcraft.
Confront it.
And then clean up.
Because you're more powerful than it, but you're not more powerful than if you allow it to linger. You give it power.
100%, bro.
And it was spooky how those shoes are just kicking it there, right?
But they were just, it was definitely I definitely felt the energy.
Yeah.
Like I felt something off.
Yeah.
Like it's a token or a talisman or like this is some witchcraft.
Yeah.
I just feel like, this is, somebody put this here, bro.
Someone physically put that there. No one would wear those type of shoes in that complex. Those were black people shoes, right?
They were Vans.
Oh, they were Vans, though.
So I don't know.
You don't know. But there was blood on it.
But there's blood on it, bro.
Yep.
And it may have been in a strange world, accidental, and I highly doubt it. I think it was intentional, but even if it was whatever, it's still lower vibrational energy in your space.
That's right.
That is affecting your vibration.
Facts. And
however we want to slice it and dice it.
And the car that bloody shirt was, it's a mess right now, and I haven't had the desire to clean it. I'm just like, whatever. So now I'm like, I gotta clean that car.
No, I understand. It's heavy. It's heavy energy in there.
Yeah, bloody t-shirts.
Probably gotta sage it.
Yeah, good call. Oh, good call. Yeah, you're right.
Sage my range tomorrow too.
I need some sage. I need to wake up and go get some sage and actually get back. And I haven't been saging my space.
Plant some sage over there, man.
Yeah, I should. Good call. Yeah,
because I got sage planted and it's been very helpful, bro. Nice. I'm not gonna lie. It's been very because I could just harvest it and then let it dry out.
Yeah,
and then like sage it. And I don't have to have no super in depth, but like 4 or 5 good leaves.
It's a good call.
You can get a good coat, a good micro sage.
Where'd you get your sage from? Remember?
I went to this nursery in like Los Feliz.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it was like a California native plant. So I went like this California native nursery.
Awesome.
So my sage is the California native.
Okay, understand.
And I got sage, rosemary, lemon balm, lavender, and lemongrass.
And I think, tapping back into these type of practices will help us just increase our vibration, being involved and using it. It's going to make it more, it's going to offset the witchcraft, which keeps us comfortable with bloody shoes and messes. And that's because that's all lower vibrational. When you're operating a lower vibrational, you make yourself a target for spiritual attack. And making yourself a target for spiritual attack gets you on the wrong track. Right? And the track is wanting to do all the stuff that you should not be doing. You know? And then now that we're bringing awareness to this, I'm like, oh wow, okay. I'm starting to have that desire. My willpower is now starting to get channeled to, I need to be doing this, like just doing basic cleaning around my house, not having messes. Right?
100%, bro.
Yeah. And you said something very powerful not weeks ago about not lowering our standards to accompany other people who are lower frequencies. You know, we can't.
You can't.
Not in this position that we're in. As we've made ourselves the vanguard of a particular agriculture movement. So now it's like we have the responsibility of maintaining the standards of operation.
Yeah.
Or else the movement would fail, and then it's on us.
Because we're going to be in public, too. I can't pull up to public with a dirty range.
That's fact, bro.
You feel me?
Yep.
It's going to be like, well, this the nigga who, okay.
This guy.
Nigga with the messy range?
Yeah. I'm just like, I have children. I gotta make sure they're clean.
Yeah.
Bro.
Nah.
We have reputations to uphold.
For real.
You know.
And it's not even about the quote unquote optics, but more it's about like you said, it's a reflection.
That's right.
So it's not even how you perceive me, but more so about how I conduct myself.
That's right.
I should conduct myself clean. Whether nobody sees me or 1,000 people see me.
Yeah.
I should have a clean space.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's, like you said, that's where I go rest, recharge. And I realize why it's been difficult for me to be like, it's been restless. Because my space wasn't clean.
Yeah.
So, and it's been restless in driving because my truck wasn't clean.
Yeah.
But they go hand in hand. It's restless to go home and it's restless to drive away.
That's right.
Because they both, I ain't make the time and I just made the time, bro.
Yeah.
I just took the day to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I did it.
Yeah.
It feels way better. I mopped and everything.
Yeah. This happened today?
Nah, it was just, I cleaned up my space. What day was that, like Friday?
Oh, so recently.
Yeah, I think it was Friday. Yeah.
But the fact that you did that allowed you to come into my space and be like, wait, bro, bloody shoes? You're just gonna leave in bloody shoes in your driveway, bro?
The bloody shoes shit, wow, bro. But it's real.
It's real.
And that was my thing. It was like it sound crazy, but like, nah, bro. Like stranger things have happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Heavies had to wear the crown. Like if you want to engage in this type of energy, you damn right. It's some forces out there, some people out there, some things out there.
Yeah.
That's not happy with us, to say the least. You know what I'm saying?
To say the least. Not at all. Not at all. But even I'm not afraid, bro. Like
by no stretch. Which why we should confront. That's my point. Which is why we
gotta confront.
Because we're not afraid.
Not afraid, bro. Yeah. So we confront, we deal, we handle, we keep it pushing, and we're gonna keep facing these trials. And the reason the hood is in the condition it is in because it's not fed. So what we are doing is providing one of many tangible solutions to just finding out where healthy food is and just bringing it right to the people who need it and then drawing attention to it, right? And campaigning for it and then getting people involved in this and tying it with everything else we got going on. And then showing people on both sides is like, listen, we have the support of the quote unquote oppressed. We have support of the institution. It's like, what can you possibly say to us that indicates that we're on the wrong path?
Feed your hood.
Feed your hood. And we're going to continue to do that. Let's close it out.
Close it out, man.
In the name of Allah, the beneficent, the most merciful. All praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the beneficent, the most merciful, and master of the day of judgment. Thee alone do we serve, thee alone do we beseech for divine aid. Guide us on the right path, the path upon whom thou hast bestowed favors. not upon whom thy wrath has been brought down, nor upon those who go astray. Amen.
Islam.